Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Class PT11. We thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Beth Ann Puckett, and I am the director of the Practical Nursing Program here at the Chester County Intermediate Unit. Class PT11 holds a special place for me because it is one of my first classes starting here as director in 2021, and I was able to watch the class start on their first day in Level 1 and continue to their success to this day at the end of Level 4. I have watched each student grow into the nurse they inspired to be. I am thrilled to have met each and every one of them and be part of their journey as they reached their goals and got to this day. I remember the first day I met Class PT11. They all looked excited to be starting their journey as nurses and were eager to learn. Over time, I got to know each and every one of them, and I truly am proud to them seeing them here at their final graduation day. Class PT11, you did it. All of your hard work, dedication, and determination kept you focused and got you to this special day. I am so proud of all of you and congratulate you on your accomplishments. I would now like to introduce Dr. Steve Gerhard, the Assistant Executive Director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit.
Good evening. Thank you for the invitation to greet and welcome family, friends, and certainly the graduates who we are celebrating tonight. You have completed what I know is a very rigorous program, and you should be very proud of that. I know you still have some work to do. Some of you may have taken your exams, or some of you still have some exams to take, but I know that you will do well. The best predictor of future success is the past, and our faculty have always done a tremendous job in preparing our students for those exams. So I wish you all the very best, and I would also like to say thank you for entering this service field. Entering nursing is a very mission-driven profession. You have a very tough job, but let's face it, anytime we've ever received medical care, it's really the nurses that take care of us, right? So thank you for entering this mission-driven profession, and I wish you all the best. So congratulations on behalf of the Chester County Intermediate Unit.
Thank you, Dr. Gerhard. Graduates, please stand. Upon achievement of program requirements, these graduates have successfully completed a Pennsylvania State Board of Nursing approved and ASIN accredited practical nursing program. It is with great pride that I present to you the 11th part-time evening class of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Class President Morgan Aaron to introduce the guest speaker.
Hello, everyone. Gigi started off her nursing career at the Brandywine School of Nursing with an associate's degree. She then continued her education at Immaculata University and obtained a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, then at Wilmington University with a Master's in Nursing Science in Executive and Administrative Leadership. Gigi served as a soldier in the United States Army and served her nation by caring and advocating for veterans for over 30 years. She has a special affiliation with the VA and its veterans, where she became a registered nurse and a patient veteran advocate. She served as a military policeman, patrol and narcotics dog handler, physical security inspector, drill sergeant, and a master fitness trainer while in the active Army. She ended her active service and joined the Army National Guard to continue to serve her country, continue her education, be with her family, and raise her children. Gigi's experience as a registered nurse includes being a Mission Act Utilization Review, Community Care Coordination Nurse at the Coatesville VA, a nurse manager on a long-term care dementia geriatric psych unit, and a nurse manager of an acute psychiatric unit. Gigi was awarded the Coin of Excellence and a Transformational Leadership Award from the Director of the Coatesville VA for all of her achievements. Gigi loves teaching and sharing her experiences and leadership skills with the next generation of nurses. She currently works as a nursing instructor here at CCIU and within the College of Health Professionals and Natural Sciences at Wilmington University as an adjunct nursing instructor. In her free time, Gigi works with local pastors and helps them assist veterans being released from prison through the Chester County Prison Ministry and volunteers at homeless outreach centers. Gigi also likes to hold family gatherings at her house, cook, sew, and quilt, hike, and spending time with her husband, grown children, 6 grandchildren, and her Doberman, Lucy. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Gigi Hayes to the stage.
After all that, I know you're a little nervous, right, PT11? Welcome, PT11. Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. You should be very proud of these 10 students right here, these 10 graduates. I know I am. First of all, PT11, I wanted to say the day you asked me to be your speaker I was like, are you sure you want to give it a second? I don't know, maybe, but then you made me cry by asking me, and I appreciate it, and I am so thankful on behalf of your class to be able to do this for you today, because I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you. When I was a drill sergeant in the Army, I would get all emotional at the graduation ceremony. All my cadets were very much shocked when I would do so because they didn't think I had a heart. When these students first met me, they didn't think I had a heart either, right? However, they soon learned that everything I did and said was in their best interest. The focus was the process, and that would get them to this very evening and ultimately to passing their NCLEX and becoming the next generation of nurses, which I am so very passionate about helping lead into this environment. Attending nursing school is one of the best decisions you graduates have ever made. It is also one of the most challenging things you have ever done in your life. Keeping the students motivated with a positive attitude the last semester was a bit challenging, as they grin. Okay. Sometimes they needed a little motivation and inspiration to keep up their energy and stamina. And so I kept pushing them by saying, it's not time to put on the brakes. It's time to give it the gas. So give it the gas and let's go. And so they did. And here you are tonight at this very moment. PT11 graduates, you took responsibility for your own learning and succeeded. You accepted the challenges of this LPN program and are experiencing tonight the dream you made a reality. Remember when you first started, when I first met you in lab, and a few of you failed your initial hands-on lab clinical requirements, and because you came like unprepared, asking me to use my pen, asking me for my stethoscope, asking me for scissors. Yeah, and then we went from there to Freedom Village, Level 1 clinicals, and for some of you, the first time experience of taking care of a live human being from A to Z was an eye-opening and frightening experience. Most of you were like, oh my gosh, this instructor, she's going to fail me. Don't go to her. Avoid her at all costs. Some of you tried different tactics, like, you're very pretty today, Mrs. Hayes. Yeah, Markia, that didn't help you pass, did it? But here you are, all of you are, okay? There were a mixture of emotions, and some of you cried. Rosemary, Lauren, Janine, Heather. Sometimes we laughed. Markia, Tara, Megan, and Morgan. Some of you laughed no matter what was going on. Markia, Megan. Some of you were nervous when completing a new task on a patient, like administering medications through a PEG tube. Heather, LaKanya, Maddie, and Rosemary. And sometimes you would just agree and nod your head, and yes, Mrs. Hayes, yes, Mrs. Hayes, Mrs. Hayes, because that's all you knew to do. Lauren, Janine. But through all of this, here you are. And it would never fail. We would come out of a med pass, and I'd say, so how do you think you did? You made me so nervous, Mrs. Hayes. Well, they had a nice picture of me during the luncheon of that. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. Stick to the process is my motto. And I always said this to each of you. Stick to the process. And my toughness and stick to the details and processes of nursing have led you to this special day. As you continued to grow in the program, you finally came prepared to lab and clinical, remembering your pen, your scissors, and your stethoscope. And were no longer nervous about interacting with a patient or me. Actually, we were joking, and clinicals were quite fun, I have to say. And so, here you are, graduating tonight. You studied while others were sleeping. You prepared for tests while others were having fun. You continued to work full-time jobs, all different shifts, while in school. You persevered through illnesses, family commitments, significant emotional events, and course time requirements. And so, here you are, finally, making your dream a reality. Your success is my success and Mrs. Warren's success, and all the PNP instructors who have taught you over the time. Your success is our school and our nursing program success. We as instructors are committed to seeing you be successful in achieving your PNP license. Right, Morgan? That does not stop here on graduation day. You have the NCLEX to pass now, and our support will continue until you obtain that license, which I know every one of you will do. As you go out into the workforce as new nurses, remember your instructors and what we have impressed on you for success. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. Fred Lebo said, it doesn't matter whether you come in first, in the middle of the pack, or last. You can say, I have finished. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. You have made your life more meaningful attending this program than you'll ever know. Graduating class of PT11, congratulations on your well-deserved success.
Thank you very much for those inspiring words, Mrs. Hayes. I would now like to introduce the Class PT11 Awards for Valedictorian and Salutatorian. The Salutatorian. This student was excellent academically and showed hard work and determination throughout the program. She is dedicated to her family and goals. She is funny and has an infectious laugh. She is a home health aide and certified nursing assistant who works long hours and gives the utmost care to her patients. It is these great qualities this student possesses that led her to the person she is today. I have no doubt that she will make a great nurse, and I am excited to see where the future takes her. It is my extreme honor to recognize this year's salutatorian, Markia Bowman. the valedictorian. This particular student has a hard work ethic and is very strong academically. She was always kind, caring, and thoughtful towards her patients. She would request to take care of 2 patients at a time so she could broaden her skills in critical thinking. She was always eager to learn and learned how to time manage and efficiently prioritize a nursing assignment. She even one time went above and beyond and danced with a patient that was in a wheelchair with a brain injury because she had found out that that patient loved to dance prior to her injury. She will make an amazing nurse and be an asset to any employer. I have no doubt that she will continue to pursue her nursing education, and I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors. It is my extreme honor to recognize and award this year's valedictorian, Morgan Aaron.
Thank you, Mrs. Puckett. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight to help us celebrate the end of this journey. It has definitely been a tough journey, but I enjoyed every moment of it with these admirable women. I am honored to stand here titled as our class valedictorian, but I cannot say that I achieved this alone. I remember our first day of class being welcomed by Mr. Dan, Mrs. Warren, and Mrs. Puckett. We each sat in our class with a pile of textbooks in front of us. I was extremely nervous thinking, what did I just get myself into? And I'm sure everyone else was too. Now being a graduate nurse, I think about this day a lot. How we knew little to nothing about being a nurse, how we knew no idea how these 18 months would go. But every day we showed up and did the best we could so we could see here today. During our time in this program, we've learned so many skills and qualities to take into our careers. From learning how to think critically and having good communication skills, to inserting Foley catheters and drawing blood. We even came here relearning our ABCs. It's no more apple, ball, and cat. Now it's airway, breathing, and circulation. There are plenty of memorable moments I'll take with me, and I'll just share a few. Lawrence Dog Boots was always sure to pop up on our Zoom classes and give us a show. Tara, I'll always remember the pictures you drew us in class and the faces we made at each other when we thought the stimulation mannequins were moving behind us. Megan, I don't think anyone knew you could play an annoying child so well. I literally could not stop laughing while you were throwing the toys across the room yelling, "Mama, mama, mama." Maddie, as quiet as you were, your perseverance always shined. One of my favorite days at clinicals was the day Jeanine and I were dancing and singing oldies with the patient. Lakaya, thank you for being the one to speak up in class when no one else wanted to. As quiet as our class was, we always had Marquia's bag of snacks to make some noise. Rosemary, thank you for being my study buddy at times. Those long days and nights we spent on Zoom were well worth it. And Heather, I'll forever appreciate your words of encouragement. I'd like to give a special thank you to our instructors. You have all shown us how to be caring and compassionate nurses. You helped us build an amazing foundation to start off nursing school. You solidified our knowledge and skills and turned that foundation into nurse material. And you gave us many words of wisdom to take with us. To my fellow nurses, I know we will face so many challenges in our career, but never forget the reason you became a nurse. This day represents an end to one journey, but also the start of a new one. I enjoy every moment with you all, so as Florence Nightingale would say, never lose an opportunity of urging a practical beginning, however small, for it is wonderful how often in such matters the mustard seed germinates and roots itself. Congratulations, class PT11.
And now Morgan is going to lead her class in the Practical Nurses Pledge. Graduates, please stand.
I sincerely pledge myself to dedicate my life to the delivery of health care, to maintain high standards of personal ethics, and to advance the knowledge of my profession. I will endeavor to conserve life, alleviate suffering, and promote health. I will be an advocate to those in need and provide for the well-being of those in my care, without prejudice. I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity, neither will I disclose any personal matters entrusted to me. With integrity, I will practice my vocation as a responsible member of the healthcare profession. I will follow these precepts and guard them sacredly.
You may be seated. I now invite the other class officers for Class PT11 and Downingtown 128 to join Morgan on the stage as I call your names for the passing of our Nightingale lamp. President Morgan Aaron. Vice President Tara Logan. Secretary Markia Bowman. Treasurer Madeline Janes. And Resource LaKanya Hamilton. Class President of Downingtown 128, Lauren Hobbs. Vice President Marcasia Talton. Secretary Jerusha Davenport. Treasurer Cynthia Kinney. And Resource Aaliyah Thomas. The Nightingale lamp. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale gained the nickname the Lady with the Lamp, deriving from a praise in a report in the London Times, which described her as a ministering angel whose slender form glides quietly along each corridor. She may be observed alone with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds, caring for the sick and wounded soldiers. Within 6 months of her arrival in Scutari, the mortality rate dropped from 42.7% to 2.2%. Florence insisted on adequate lighting, diet, hygiene, and activity. She was well ahead of her time. She understood even then that in the mind and body worked together, that cleanliness helped to prevent infection, and that it promoted healing. As a symbol of unity and of caring in the nursing profession, our graduating class officers will pass the lamp to the officers of Class Downingtown 128, our next graduating class, reminding them in our high-tech healthcare world not to lose sight of the caring component of nursing. You may now pass the lamps, and thank you for exchanging the lamps and continuing our tradition of caring and compassion. You may now take your seats. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our practical nursing staff and faculty. These hardworking individuals dedicate a lot of their time and have impacted each of these students' lives while in the program. Faculty and staff, please stand when I call your name to be acknowledged. Teresa Berkman, Michelle Carpenter, Julia Freevert, Gigi Hayes, Lisa Hotchkiss, Leslie James, Beth Linenbaugh, Anna Richards, Talonda Rogers, Dan Schultz, Maria Schultz, Lauren Unruh, Leslie Waltz, and Karen Warren. This team is what makes our program so special. Their experience, dedication, and hard work to meet the students' needs on a daily basis is outstanding. I thank you all for contributing and making this program so amazing. As I share often with the students and graduates, we are most thankful to have met each of them. Our life is changed as each class teaches us something different. And in the end, we're better teachers and better people because of meeting all of you. So thank you. Attaining academic excellence in such a rigorous program is commendable. I would like to recognize graduates who met the academic requirements for the National Association of Licensed Practical Nurses Honor Society. These graduates who have demonstrated and achieved this honor are wearing gray and burgundy cords this evening. Will the following students please stand and be recognized after I call your name? Morgan Aaron, Markia Bowman, Tara Logan, and Madeline James. Congratulations, you may be seated. Recognition of PNP ambassadors represent the practical nursing program at school or community events, volunteering their own time above and beyond school hours. These students volunteered their time at open houses, fall festival events, college fairs, and helped recruit future practical nursing students. Will the following students please stand and be recognized? Markia Bowman, LaKanya Hamilton, Madeline James, Tara Logan, and Heather Spagnola. Congratulations, ladies. You may be seated. I have the privilege of recognizing the following student for perfect attendance for the entire program. This is a commendable accomplishment to not be absent or late for all 4 levels of the 18-month program. There are many students that succeed in perfect attendance for some of the levels, which is challenging in of itself. But to do it for all 4 levels for the entire program is commendable. Will the following student please stand once I call your name and be recognized for perfect attendance? Madeline James. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the awarding of diplomas. Each student received a school pin. Every school has a distinct pin which easily identifies the graduates to their fellow alumni and is a source of pride. We always wear our school pins over our heart. As I call your name, please come up to receive your diploma. Rosemary Jokey. Lauren Zavala. Heather Spagnola. Markia Bowman. Janine Middleton. Megan Curley. Morgan Aaron. Madeline Janes. Tara Logan.
Go ahead, Darcel. Hey.
LaKanya Hamilton. As we bring the ceremony to a close, I ask that all remain in their seats until the graduates are arranged on the stage for a photo. I would like to extend thanks to our CCIU administration, communications team, maintenance, and horticultural departments for all of your help this evening and throughout the program. And I especially want to thank you for joining us as our guests here this evening. To conclude our ceremony, graduates, please come on stage for one last time. To conclude our ceremony, graduates, please move your tassel from right to left. I now present our newest nurse colleagues, the graduates of Class PT11. You can go be with your families and friends, ladies. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That concludes our ceremony. Please enjoy the night with your graduates.